Hello, everybody. Thank you for helping me celebrate my birthday the way we do this. And great to be in Milwaukee. I want to particularly thank my good friend Patrick Nettesheim for always being so generous to provide us with music. I want you to all thank you for helping us out. Thanks for being here for me again. As you may have heard, this is an election year. And not the easiest one we've ever seen for Democrats, as you well know. So we're in for a real fight, and it looks to me like you're ready for the fight. But before we go to the campaigns, we got to do something about this healthcare system in this country. And I am proud of the President of the United States. Despite the difficulty of it, he's not backing down. People are saying to me, what's going to happen with healthcare? Well, I don't really know the answer. But I think the odds are 50-50 that we're going to be able to get this done maybe in the next 3 weeks. Somebody said to me, over here, we've been waiting all our lives for this. What's going on? I said, if you've been waiting all your life, you can wait 3 more weeks. Right? As I go to my town meetings, and I'll tell you, despite the press coverage that you get, it's been actually very, very divided and balanced. Many people in this state very much want guaranteed health care for all Americans. And those who are trying to kill reform, all last year they said, well, you guys are going too fast, slow down. Let us see the bill, and we did that, we took a lot of time, and now they're saying, you guys are taking too long and you need to do something else. But you can't have it both ways. The President is right. It's been thoroughly discussed. And we are going to now move toward finding a way to get the Senate bill passed in the House. It's already gotten 60 votes in the Senate. You don't need reconciliation for that. And then if there are particular items that need to go through to make sure the House people are happy, we will do that under the rules of reconciliation, which is entirely legitimate. It's been done by the Republicans time and again, and everything from tax cuts to welfare reform. Don't let this nonsense that it's an abuse of the process go forward. I stated very clearly that I did not believe the big bill should go through reconciliation. I never said a legitimate bill to assist in it would be wrong. It is right. We need to finish this. We're going to add 30 million Americans who do not have health care. That's worth fighting for. That's worth doing. That's something that almost every single one of you has asked for years and years. So it will be exciting, and I think it will galvanize so many issues. Then we go to the elections. Republicans believe that they're going to be able to say that this is a failed presidency, that somehow this health care bill is a monstrosity, which of course is nothing of the kind. It's very reasonable, frankly. Many people here believe too moderate of a bill, but it does a lot of good things. But elections we will have. And they're going to try to take back the House. They're going to try to take back the Senate. And they're going to try to defeat me and take me out of the United States Senate. That's why we're here, to make sure that doesn't happen. We have different candidates out there. There's a guy out of Watertown, and there's a guy who's got $150 million who's already run ads saying I don't listen, even though he's showing me listening. Which is, I don't know if I should be mad at him or send him a thank you note. But I'm here to tell you today that there is a very strong likelihood of another candidate. And that, there is. And I think it is likely that Tommy Thompson will be running. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, this guy, he's certainly well known. I respect Tommy Thompson. I do. I respect him as a person, and I've gotten along with him over the years. But, he always says he's going to run. He says he would have beaten me in '98. He would have beaten me in 2004. He's got to put up or shut up now. He wants to run. He has to run against me, and he has to beat me. So we're ready for that. And as we go forward with this discussion about Tommy Thompson versus Russ Feingold, I hope you'll help me get the message out, because I don't know if you noticed, but his operatives out of Washington apparently sat down at his corporate law firm there, and they put out a statement that a lot of people in Washington want Tommy to run. A lot of people in Washington want Tommy to run. The lobbyists, the special interests, and all the people that he's been very cozy with. So I'm more interested in what a lot of people in Wisconsin want. And I hope you represent that. We're going to have to talk straight about the difference. Now, Governor Thompson, when he was governor, he took off and left the state with the largest deficit in the history of the state of Wisconsin. Okay? At a time when people are concerned about spending, that's the fact. And he became a key player in an administration that absolutely took our country's finances down the tubes. He was a member of the Bush administration with the Iraq War, with a huge tax cut for higher income people. And yes, it was Tommy himself who put forward a completely unpaid for Medicare Part D program that protects the pharmaceutical industry and created a huge deficit for the United States of America. This is the fiscal reality of this candidate. And then what did he do? Then he became a guy that works in Washington. He's a Washington lobbyist. He has been close to the insurance industry and the pharmaceutical industry. He's the kind of guy that thinks it's just fine. When WellPoint here the other day decided, oh gee, it looks like healthcare is going down, we'll just raise the insurance rates by 17%. That is who he has become. And we're going to have to be very straight about that. I hope we can draw a good contrast because I've taken a little different approach. I've never walked away from a deficit. I've always taken them head on. Whether it was in Wisconsin or with Bill Clinton, we worked and succeeded in getting rid of the deficit. We don't just walk away from it. And even more important, you know that at every major step, I have fought the insurance lobby as they've tried to kill health care reform. I have fought the special interests in Wall Street and voted against the TARP bill. So I've taken a very different approach. So you might ask, well, why are all these people in Washington asking Tommy Thompson to run? Because he's their friend. Because he does what they want. That's why they're asking him to run. So what it sort of comes down to is this. I've spent years and years taking on the special interests. And Tommy Thompson spent years taking them on as clients. That's the difference between the two of us. That's the difference in Wisconsin as we go forward to this election. I see people there with cameras and blogs, like, go ahead, write the articles. I don't care if you talk about what I said here. Blog it in the blogosphere. Videograph it over the viaducts. Tweet it to the treetops. I don't care where you do it, because in the end, we're going to have an election November 2nd. And we're going to find out if a lot of people in Washington are running the show or a lot of people in Wisconsin. I hope you'll continue to help me. It's up to you. We already have one of the strongest grassroots organizations in the history of the state. On March 20th, we're going to have our third round of canvasses with volunteers in 57 cities in Wisconsin. Now, we're going to need your help every single day, as you've always been there for me. This is a critical election for our country. And frankly, as you can see, I'm ready. I'm pumped up. Let's do it. Thanks so much for being here.